Speaking of David Cage.
Okay.
Oh my God! No, we're starting this differently. Jesus Christ!
No,
Brian.
we've got to start with David Cage.
You really can't come up with a legitimate opening. All right, 3, 2, 1. Hi, welcome to another episode. Brian is continuously bad at doing things, so I have to open things. It is currently in the middle of snowpocalypse if you live in the upper East Coast, specifically the tri-state area. Is there a lot of snow where you are, Matt?
No.
Then it's just a tri-state area, I assume. Oh boy!
There's just snow on the sides of the sidewalk. It's entirely melted.
But 18 inches of snow is not going to stop us from talking about Goofy and Mickey and oh shit, I'm sorry, and all the classic favorite Kingdom Hearts memes. Starting with Matt telling us about David Cage. Tell us about David Cage.
Alright, so I've been playing the Indigo Prophecy, and it is the best game ever made. It's a masterwork of cinematography, of acting, of writing. It's so good. I recommend playing it as soon as you can. If you haven't played it, or at least haven't watched it, because it's the same thing. It's a movie. It's not a video game. I'm sorry for saying that, David Cage. Don't come after me. But if you haven't experienced Indigo Prophecy,
it's an interactive, emotional roller coaster.
You should pause this video, go get some hot cocoa, and sit down for the next 9 hours of your life.
Isn't there an iPad version of Indigo Prophecy?
If there is,
why would there be?
That would be funny as hell. Here's my phone. I'm gonna look that up.
It would literally be every rhythm game ever made.
So I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys, but a while back, Xbox introduced being able to buy original Xbox games on the 360 to download and play.
Yeah.
And they launched with Halo 1 and GTA San Andreas, but oh no, the game I got was Indigo Prophecy.
Oh my fucking god!
I know.
It's on here. It's on here.
Yeah,
why is there a phone version?
You don't understand, Matt.
That's right. If you're on the bus, train...
Play the groundbreaking cult classic on iPhone, iPad, and iPod Touch.
A Wendy's bathroom.
Play 4 different characters, each with their own story. There's only 3. You only play as the 4th character once. Oh my god.
Why is Indigo Prophecy on the PS4?
Because they remade it. Yeah, they did a remaster. You can get
Of
the
a
whole
remaster?
David Cage collection on PS4.
The remaster is the one I've been playing because it looks a little less shitty. Just
$9.99 for an iPhone version.
Yep.
Touch Arcade gives it 4.5 out of 5.
Oh my god.
Strap in, as this experience is one to remember.
If you can't tell, I was being completely sarcastic about this being a good game. It's a very bad game, but it's also very entertaining because it's very bad.
Hold the fuck up. You flee from angels at some point?
God damn it! No spoilers!
It's a spoilerino.
That's a spoiler.
Oh my god, it was produced by the same people who did the iPhone port of Knights of the Old Republic. And Jade Empire.
Fantastic.
Isn't it beautiful?
That's
Aren't
great.
you so happy?
That's fantastic.
If you buy the remastered version, you'll get full nudity in all its low polygon glory.
If and when I get a HDMI adapter for my phone, I'll stream the iPhone version of Fahrenheit. I don't give a shit.
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
Jesus Christ. I wonder if it's as amazing as the Resident Evil 4 iPhone version.
Or BioShock.
Oh my god.
Or Call of Duty World at War Zombies. Which was surprisingly not a bad port, by the way.
Yeah, it's actually, like, decent.
Yeah, everything's there. You just can't, like, crouch or jump.
The controls are terrible, but everything's there.
Yeah. Speaking of terrible, Brian, did you play anything this week?
I played For Honor. I played Siege's new content as well. You were there for that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I own the season pass.
Yeah, we were playing Valk and Mira, and Mira.
Valk and Mira.
I said Valk, didn't I? I meant Jackal and Mira. Mira's
Reintroducing Valkyrie.
Valkyrie and Mira are Siege's
Valkyria
first
Chronicles,
female
the operator.
operators.
Speaking of For Honor and operators, For Honor has operators too. It is literally Rainbow Six Siege.
Really?
It's medieval Rainbow Six Siege with like rhythm-based action, and you actually get like 9 operators.
It's a fighting game.
It is like, it's so weird though.
How is that Siege?
No, it is a strategic capture point based action operator inclusive thing, mabobber.
See, whenever I see gameplay of For Honor, all I can think is the anyone remember that show Deadliest Warrior on
Yes,
Spike?
I remember it so well.
Anyone remember like the 2 shitty Xbox 360
Yes,
games?
I do. I played them. They were terrible.
I saw the For Honor gameplay and I went, is this Deadliest Warrior?
It is.
Yeah, the big names aren't even the same between Siege and For Honor. I don't know how you found any similarities there.
It's just a joke that we were making while we were playing it. Kami, George, and I, yeah.
I think there's a bigger similarity between Siege and another little game that we played, Matt and I at least, called Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. A game that Matt and I have very, very different opinions on.
Wait, doesn't
Yes,
it
we
actually have like Siege operators in there, or is that Recon?
It has Siege costumes.
Yeah, Siege costumes.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, Ghost Recon Wildlands is an open world Ubisoft game, but I found surprising enjoyment in it because it's just so ridiculous.
It's basically, I think the best way to describe it is imagine a Diet Coke version of Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, but with co-op.
Yeah, basically.
I think that is like the most brutally honest, like, middle-of-the-road way of describing it.
It's Metal Gear Solid 5, but with drones.
Yeah.
And more vehicles. But, yeah.
And more ways to play.
It's...
Except, not really.
It doesn't have any big spooky monsters like Lost Planet, right?
No. Because of the co-op, I'm gonna say it's better than Metal Gear Solid 5. But as a game, it's not better. It's marginally worse. It's
I
more
would
fun.
hate to play this on single player.
Yeah.
I think it would be, because it does the Left 4 Dead thing where if you're not playing with buddies online, you're playing with like 3 bots.
Yeah, and apparently they're brain dead.
And it really, I mean, from what we played of the beta, which this game comes out in what, like a month and a half?
Yeah.
Like, and I can't believe it's in like the weird buggy state that it is. Like, I think the first couple of hours I did have like some fun to do it, and I think it really just came down with the fact that I was playing with friends and dicking around.
Yeah.
But I feel like after those first initial couple of hours, it got real boring real quick, because the actual game itself is just so okay. It's just generic third-person shooter fare.
Yeah, and it's not just okay. Every single story mission is the same. Every single side mission is a different category, but they're all the same depending on what category they're in. And it's just another Ubisoft open world game.
It kind of makes me actually wish they really did make like a Phantom Pain but with co-op. Because the whole time I was thinking, like, you know, Phantom Pain had like a lot more silly shit going on, like being able to throw magazines at people's heads and all kinds of stuff. And I feel like Ghost Recon would really benefit from that, like, because it's a game that a lot of it does rely on stealth, but the difference between stealth and not stealth is just crouching a bit more and using a suppressor that never dies out.
Yeah, especially with Ghost Recon, the enemy AI is fucking brain dead.
Yeah.
Like, the times
they're either brain dead or they're aimbot. Like,
yeah, they're either brain dead or aimbot. It's the same thing with the AI in Rainbow Six Siege's offline mode.
Terrorist hunt?
It's terrorist hunt, the situations. They're either brain dead or complete aimbots.
What's even worse is that they barely make a sound when they move or they fire from the distance, and there's no tracers. So basically, like, action combat will come down to there's like a poof in the distance and you're just fucking dead.
I feel like the loud combat is not good, but the stealth combat is passable.
I think the other problem is we were playing, if you're wondering, we were playing on the Ghost difficulty.
Yeah, we were playing on the highest difficulty.
But, like...
It's still really easy.
Well, yeah, it's still really easy, especially when dying has no punishment in any way, shape, or form, because you can just instantly spawn on one of your friends like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
It's It's not worth full price, we can say that already, but maybe if it's $10 down the line, okay, sure, it's some good laughs.
I would probably pick it up for $10 as a goof. Maybe in a year when all the DLC and like special updates and whatnot have happened. But like, yeah, I don't really see anything.
Instead of buying Ghost Recon Wildlands at launch for full price, you can buy Rainbow Six Siege and the Year 2 Season Pass.
Or Zelda.
But probably Rainbow Six Siege is a better game.
Yeah. Well, who knows?
Did you guys hear that they're introducing the Pro HUD option in Breath of the Wild?
They introduced that in Wind Waker.
They had it in Skyward Sword 2.
Yeah, they had it in Skyward Sword 2. Yeah, that's
They're
right.
They're bringing it back.
Good.
Because all of that HUD shit on the screen was a little too much.
Yeah, like one of the things I like about
why do I need a temperature gauge when you can clearly tell what the temperature is just by the environment
and how Link's reacting to his environment?
Yeah.
But yeah, like one of the things I liked about Ocarina of Time 3D was how it like removed the HUD from the top screen and placed most of it on the bottom one, and it cleared the screen up very nice. And
yeah, it's really good for such a low resolution screen too.
Yeah, it all looks very nice.
I feel like the way they're doing the Pro HUD in Breath of the Wild is a little better because I like having the health still there, but everything else is optional.
I haven't actually seen what the Pro HUD looks like.
It's basically everything's gone except for your health. But yeah.
I'm gonna look it up.
It's right better now. Than like the fucking prompts coming up every time you get near an interactable object.
I don't want to turn this into like the Nintendo Switch cast, which is a real thing that is following me on Twitter for some reason.
But, yeah, that's right. We've been talking about the Switch a lot lately.
It's okay. Breath of the Wild's a Wii U game. We're not talking about the Switch version. We're talking about the Wii U version.
As the days come closer, I'm getting really excited for this thing. But I'll just leave it at that. I have no more to say about the Switch until the thing actually comes out.
I've started avoiding spoilers for Breath of the Wild.
I've done the same thing. It's 3 weeks, a little over 3 weeks at this point. Matt, are you gonna for Valentine's? Are you gonna get your totally real girlfriend, Saikon no Quasar, on Blu-ray? The complete box set, 37 episodes plus the OVA.
Oh god, the OVA is basically just really borderline hentai.
He's gonna give her an autographed copy of Viva Rock on DVD.
Are you really?
No!
Matt, I was actually looking earlier on Amazon and I saw something that I thought would be beautiful to give you as a gift for Valentine's.
Oh my god.
It's all of Bible Black.
It's all of Bible Black. Or I could get for your Kindle that you totally have Sakura Spirit Chapter 1.
I have Sakura Spirit on PC.
No, there's a manga.
Oh my god!
On Kindle.
I mean, if you have a tablet that also.
I have the Kindle app on my phone.
Yeah, there you go. You can still do it.
Or a Kindle emulator.
I have a Kindle app on my phone.
But not a Kindle emulator. Come on.
No.
You know you want it.
Also,
oh my god, Brian, you just got way louder.
Also, why would you need a Kindle emulator when there's a Kindle app for Windows 10?
So wait, what happened to my voice?
Oh,
it got a little louder.
Oh, it lowered and then went louder for some reason?
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird.
Just back away from your microphone.
He got so excited by Bible Black, he was like, "No, guys, you understand."
Bible Black's my favorite anime, right next to Boku no Pico and Shoujo Ramune.
Did you play anything else this week, Brian?
Matt and I have been playing a game called Fire Emblem Hīrōzu, apparently.
Now is the time I take off my headphones and go do something else while you guys talk about Fire Emblem Hīrōzu.
Hey, that's what I do whenever you bring up Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
What? What was that? You want me to talk about Double Dragon 4?
No! We're talking about Fire Emblem Hīrōzu and why it might be the pinnacle of the Fire Emblem series.
What?
Except for Tokyo Mirage Sessions. You got me.
What?
Matt.
I'm gonna... What? Hello?
Hello? Do you remember when Fire Emblem peaked at the card game?
Do you remember when Alan Cumming played Mick Jagged in Viva Rock Vegas?
Alright. So, Matthew.
Fire Emblem Hīrōzu is a very unbalanced and very exploitive mobile game.
It follows the trend of the gacha system that is insanely popular in Japan, and I did a whole video on this. By the way, someone did what I thought they would do and spent $1,000 on the game trying to get every character, but they forgot Hector.
Good job. But the biggest thing is Fire Emblem Hīrōzu is completely balanced towards the lucky individual or the one that wants to spend a lot. I got stuck on an endgame chapter because my units were too weak. They were
4 stars, 3 stars?
I was using 2 4 stars, and I was still using Alphonse and Shirina, and I got lucky on my next draw after replaying some missions on Hard and Lunatic to get more orbs. I got lucky and got a 5-star Marth and a 5-star Robin.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
The 5-star Marth had higher stats than my level 25 Alphonse at level 1.
Yeah, the 5 stars have really good stat growth, and they have just better stats all around. I got a 5-star Ryoma after I got my 5-star Camilla. Holy shit, Ryoma is broken as fuck. Like,
just like the real game.
Just like the real game. You can pretty much just put, like, there could just be a hallway and you could just have Ryoma just block it and he'll take care of every enemy that comes your way. That's how overpowered he is. Now, like, the good thing about Hīrōzu is if you are underleveled, you can still win if you have good strategy.
No.
I've certainly come back from a few almost losses through good strategy.
No, you can win if you're underleveled, if your characters have high enough stats, and you happen to attack first. There is no strategy. You attack first, or wait to attack so you take enough damage, and you deal enough damage to get them down to where you'll kill them on the next hit.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's the only strategy in the game. The only strategy is just timing your attacks and basically using the weapon triangle. It's strategy, but it's nowhere near as
the poor game. It's the poor man's strategy.
It's poor man's Fire Emblem. It's really...
Yeah, Fire Emblem Hīrōzu, I think, at least does a good job of, like, giving the average person, like, a taste of what Fire Emblem could be like on the handheld or the console, right? Like, you're not going to get the full Fire Emblem experience here, but you are going to get like a good idea.
Yeah, for a free game, it's all right. It's just
like the maps
not
are very
nearly
bite-sized.
as good as any other Fire Emblem game.
Yeah, you can finish like any map within 5 to 10 minutes, which is what the developers wanted.
Yeah. One thing I do like though is in the different worlds that you visit, all of the maps are little like chunks. They're chunks from the real maps from the game.
Yeah,
and that's neat. I like that. I noticed it.
Yeah, it was in all the promotional material too, and it's really weird because pretty much every unit except like I've only seen this with enemy units, but like almost every unit is limited to 2 squares.
Yeah, every unit except for mounted units are limited to 2 squares. 1 square if you're a heavy armored dude.
Yeah, the heavy armored dudes only get 1 unit. Obviously, the mounted people fly.
Units, not the mountain units. The ones on horses get 3, and the ones on
dragons.
The ones on dragons and the flyers, they get 2 movement in any direction.
Yeah, because that's how it works in the game. Yeah. It's very weird though that everything's kind of limited to that. I was expecting like I think her name's Sophia. No, not Sophia. I can't remember who my main flyer was. She had like purple hair. She looked like Sophia. She had the white Pegasus.
I think I know who you're talking about, but I don't know.
Yeah, the one with the lance. Mm-hmm. Yeah, her.
That's all of them.
She gets really good after she learns one of her skills that basically like turns her into the best anti-heavy unit attacker. Like I don't know. She becomes.
Brian, use your English.
So when this character gains a special skill, heavy armored opponents become a cakewalk. Like literally, she'll like it might as well just be like a flick, like a little ding before she gets the skill, but after this, she might as well just like be fucking cutting their heads off because she's so strong.
Oh god.
That's how it is. That's how it is. Like I went up against a heavy unit with her. She died in like 1 hit. She dealt like 2 damage. Then I learned this heavy lance skill and she was just wrecking everyone. Like, holy shit.
Oh boy.
I can't wait to turn her into a 5-star because she's that good. Yeah, upgrading your characters is severely like depressing in this game because
upgrading your characters is really limited. I haven't even gotten the charms that let you turn your 4 stars into 5 stars.
I have some charms for turning 4 stars into 5 stars, but they're like really limited. Like I can't turn Donald into a 5-star right now. Donald has a really good skill, by the way, which basically when he attacks someone, he can drag them into his spot so he can bring them closer to your other units. And
I've seen that in action.
Yeah, and if your other units have that same skill, he's like fucking done for, right? I really like that. I really like that. I still find it weird that there's no unit that can move 3 spaces, but there is strategy there.
I just said the horse dudes do that.
I haven't met any horse dudes that go 3 spaces.
Hey guys, I just finished a song in Hatsune Miku. Are you guys still talking about fire?
Yes. Hold up. What horse units move 3 spaces?
My Frederick does.
You have a Frederick?
Yeah.
I don't have a Frederick yet. I
think it's the Great Knights only.
Oh, it's the Great Knights.
It might
only?
be.
Okay.
It might be.
Okay, because I was expecting like the.
You should see if Gunther does it, because if you played yesterday, he's also a Great Knight.
Oh, okay. I haven't added Gunther. Well, I have Gunther because I did play that. Did you play today's unit for Cecilia?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder who's tomorrow's going to be. But yeah, they're supposed to be introducing someone tomorrow, I think, in like a special campaign quest.
It looks like another knight.
Yeah, it looks like another knight. Apparently Leo is like the most broken unit in the entire game because he.
Oh, cool.
Because he has like a. I guess he's basically Camilla but with 2 range, which is insanely useful because Camilla can pretty much kill anything in 1 hit, at least for me. And when she deals damage, any other enemy within 2 spaces also takes damage, like up to 7 points of damage, which is like really useful on harder difficulties.
You got really lucky on your first draw.
I know, my first draw, I got Camilla. I was super fucking lucky. Then I got Ryoma.
It took me 3 whole draws to get a single 5-star.
Yeah, I
started out with like Hector or some Hector, I think Hector. Someone.
Yeah.
But it was a 4-star, and I had a 4-star for a while, and that was it.
It feels, at least to me, it feels like if you do a full 5-draw string, you have a higher chance of getting a 5-star.
I know. No, you don't.
That's why I say it seems like it, because that's how I've obtained every 5-star I've ever had.
Yeah, my second full 5-draw was all level 3s, all 3 stars, and like 3 of them were Hinata. Just
3, all 3, like Hinata.
All 3 of my swordsmen that I drawed for were Hinata.
Jesus fucking Christ, this game hates you. It really does. I'm in the process of getting my Ryoma to level 40. I swear. Okay, so it's really weird how this game handles your level cap. So you can only hit level 40. After that, you're considered to have maxed out your support conversations, even though you had none. And you get a support conversation. They say some nice things to you. But then if you get like another 5-star Ryoma, you can use it to add on to your Ryoma and basically level him up. So instead of being a level 41 Ryoma, he's a level 40 plus 1 Ryoma.
Yeah. Whenever you combine 2 units of the same level, they gain plus 1s, 2s. I was so confused because I had like 3 Fredericks and I combined them and it was like level 8 plus 2. I'm like, is this right? Is it supposed to be like this?
Yeah, I know. It seemed really weird, right?
Yeah.
I tried seeing what would happen if you took a 20 plus 1 character and ranked them up. It totally gets rid of that plus 1. So don't even do that if you have don't even do that with like your 4 stars. Just take both, level them up to 5 stars, and then merge them because you're basically losing progress if you just don't do it. It wasn't a good idea. Good thing I tried this with a 2 and a 1 star. So yeah, that was recently they made it really easy to get feathers by basically just like if you do 20 battle rounds you get like so and so many feathers, which is kind of stupid because in order to reach the 20 fights it wants you to do, you have to play all 3 fights for a whole week so you can reach 21 battles. Well, it's going to be 1 extra battle, but you're still going to get these feathers. You're going to rank, but yeah, it's like kind of a pointless. Someone wrote like, now it's easier to get them because now you don't have to wait, and it's like you still kind of have to wait a week though. But yeah, like I started upgrading characters. I love the collaborations with artists Nintendo did with this. Like my Jacob's one of my favorites. I love the artwork on him. He's a really good unit for me. He's the same artist who worked on Nier and Drakengard.
That would be why you like it.
Not the new Nier. They got the Bravely Default artist for the new Nier, but like the old Nier and Drakengard games. Yeah, him. I can't remember his name right now. He worked on Terra Battle. He did the artwork for Roy in Fire Emblem Awakening. Yeah, that guy. He's really fucking good. He was also the artist of The Last Story. I love this guy's artwork. It's so fucking good. Jacob looks a little weird because that's the artist's style. He kind of looks like a bit like a Neanderthal, but okay. I'll take it. I really like it.
There's like some really weird things that I've noticed. and that's that a lot of the cute girls are just drawn by random Pixiv artists.
Yeah, it seems like they really they kind of just randomly picked artists for this. Like who's that one guy from Fire Emblem Fates? Like the guy who basically might as well be macho American man, right? You know who I'm talking about?
Henry,
the blonde guy. Yeah, he's got like a very noticeable comic book art style to him. He looks like he's out of Codename Steam.
It is the Codename Steam artist.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh.
If you look at the name of the artist, you see Intelligent Systems in their name.
Oh.
So it's him.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes a lot more sense then. But yeah, like I think they chose a good art style fit for him, but like if you went with someone else, that's really weird. Like, what did they do to Chrom in this game?
Oh my god,
he went full on yaoi. Like, do you even see his hands? Does he have yaoi hands? What's going on with that?
No, he doesn't have yaoi hands.
He looks like he looks like he's suffering
still
from
proportional, but he looks anorexic.
He looks like his heroin addiction really hit him hard, right? Like, Chrom, what did you do after your wife gave birth to Lucina? Well, I was worried about the baby's health. That's why I didn't do heroin leading up. But afterwards, anything's free game.
Chrom just decided now that the war's over, he doesn't need to lift every day, so he lost all of his muscle mass.
And his eyes decided to get a divorce too. Right? Like they just Chrom's artwork in this game is really fucking weird.
So funny story. For some reason, I thought that Roy was drawn by the Sword Art Online guy.
I know, I saw that too.
It looks so much like it, but no, it's just some random guy.
Yeah, I was like, is this the Sword Art Online artist? And like, it looks like he also did some other artwork. What was their name? It was like, it began with like a B, like
you
Bonbon or something.
Ask me to name them,
but
maybe.
But yeah, like I was looking at, I thought it was the Sword Art Online artist, but it totally wasn't. Some of the people who made some of the artwork for these people are hentai artists. And so because we know anything's fair game, because some of these artists also worked on the card game, I'm wondering when Fool's Art is going to get in on this. Do you know who Fool's Art is?
No.
I showed you a picture of Tharja from the card game once, right? He did Tharja's art for the card game, Fire Emblem Cypher.
Is it suitably erotic?
She has a tiny head and she's got the big boobs.
Oh my god, that's so bad.
Look at it.
Like the other one's way better.
Which one?
The one by Terumi.
Terumi?
Or whatever.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Terumi one. Yeah.
But that's so bad. Oh my god.
I love you, Fool's Art. I follow him on Twitter. He's always posting about his daughter. Like, yeah, he's that guy.
Oh,
he's that guy.
The artist, the new like main series artist for Fire Emblem is always posting about his kid.
Really? Yeah. Like, what's up? Like, the Senran Kagura developer posts about his kids sometimes too, right? Like,
that's fairly funny.
Yeah, it's
something you wouldn't expect. Yeah.
If you ever want, look up Fool's Art. He does a lot of things for like Street Fighter, Darkstalkers, Capcom in general, really. He did some Final Fantasy art. He did some hentais. I wasn't lying when I said this guy was a hentai artist, but like, he's a really good artist. I love his art. I know his Tharja artwork isn't the best.
It's not good.
It's her head's way too fucking tiny, but otherwise, yeah, I recommend.
The best Fire Emblem artist is my boy Akai Riot. Akai Riot, keep doing what you do. I love you.
Okay. Anyways.
Smooches.
Okay. Anyways, moving on.
He's a good boy.
So, I thought Camilla was done by the actual like Awakening and Fates artist, but it's not.
No.
Yeah, if you look up the actual artist, he does a lot more. He actually tried to keep his art style more in line with the Fates and Awakening art, which is really weird.
Yeah. I noticed that's a thing with a lot of the Fates characters.
Yeah.
Like Niles. He's done by like a boys love artist.
I know who it is. He worked on the person who did their artwork worked on this yaoi game, Lucky Dog. And when I found that out, I was like, holy shit, Lucky Dog? That game had such a bomb ass opening. Like, holy shit. I haven't played Lucky Dog. I told my sister though, I would play through Lucky Dog just so I could hear the full version of that opening theme. Cause even though it's entirely in English, it is so fucking good. Like,
but yeah, it's done by a boys love artist, and their art is noticeably different. It still has like tells that it's the same artist, but it's very detailed.
Yeah,
like much more detailed than usual.
Matt,
What's up?
You're gonna hate me for this, but I was talking to Tronegasm about this.
Yeah.
It is very likely in the future Hīrōzu is gonna get Tokyo Mirage Sessions characters. Matthew? Are you...
Just wanna play video games.
But yeah.
Yeah,
it's done by I was looking up at the card game. Yeah, like the Tokyo Mirage Sessions characters are in the card game. And if anything in the card game is fair game for the phone game, then yeah, TMS characters inbound.
I just want to kill myself.
Oh, whoa.
Just wanna end my life.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the upcoming Fire Emblem game. What is it? Echoes?
Echo.
Yeah,
it looks real.
Yeah,
good.
they got the artist from the Atelier games, right, to work on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and they're actually doing pretty good.
Yeah,
job.
I was really surprised that they got that artist because I was like, I'm pretty sure they're just gonna stick with the artists they currently have. But no, I was pleasantly surprised.
I think he's working on the main series entry, and they got somebody else for
which is a shame because I really love the artist. For
yeah, I do too.
Yeah, the fucking Atelier games have always had good art. But this is like the more recent artist, right? Didn't they have an artist shift at some point or no?
I don't know. I think it's actually the original one.
Is it?
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
Because I remember seeing a newer game on Steam the other day, and it doesn't look like the same guy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yes, Hidari.
Hidari, I love your art, Hidari. If you're somehow capable of speaking English and watching this for whatever reason, know I love you deep down inside.
Also, Akai Riot, your artwork's pretty good too. I love you.
Yeah, he started working on... Yeah, he was only the artist for the Aisha games.
Yeah, I think those are the original ones.
No, the Aisha games came out after like the Atelier Merudu series.
Okay, well those are the only ones that I recognize.
Atelier Merudu was the first one I played. I've been meaning to play a Rorona. I played through a bit of Aisha, and yeah, I really love the dude's artwork. It translates really well to 3D in those games. I don't know what Gust is fucking doing with those games, but they look really nice. They could animate a lot better, but they look really nice.
Speaking of animating really well, I've been playing Valkyria Chronicles, and the animation in that game is actually surprisingly really, really good.
Oh, finally I can talk again. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, thank God. We can move on to better weed shit. Yeah, Valkyria Chronicles, real good!
Valkyria Chronicles is really good.
You're seeing some footage of me playing Valkyria Chronicles in 4K right now. It's not going to be 4K on YouTube, but I was playing it in 4K.
Why were you playing it in 4K?
Because the PC version actually is really blurry in 1080p, so you have to downsample it to make it look better.
Oh, wow. I don't think I have it.
Next PS3
Do I have it on PC? I might.
The PC version's surprisingly pretty good.
It's a good like port, but goddamn, it takes up like 20 gigs.
Yeah.
and it doesn't look in the slightest like it would take up 20 gigs.
It really, really doesn't. But yeah, Valkyria Chronicles is a really good game series. I'd recommend it for
Valkyria
anyone.
Chronicles has always been something I've been a big fan of. Actually, on the way to MagFest, other than Parappa, I also played... there's our Parappa mention for the episode, by the way.
Oh shit! Count it!
I also played Valkyria Chronicles 2, which is also a pretty good game. It's the shame that it's only on the PSP.
Yeah.
And only on the PSP. You can't play it on the Vita either. It's just PSP or go home.
Yeah.
I'm really sad that the future installments were limited to just the PSP.
Luckily, you can play them through emulation because PSP
you can play
emulation's so fucking good. Like,
it's really
crap.
weird how PSP emulation
is there
really
a fan
good,
patch for
it
3?
just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, there is. There is a fan patch.
All right,
for
I'll have
3.
to check that shit out.
But yeah, 2 and 3 are PSP only. It's a shame too because the first game looks so good, and I want a similar game, like a
Going
new
from
game,
the first game
with the
to the
same
second
gameplay,
game is...
with the same production value, but no.
You're looking at a
PSP.
game that was supposed to run at like 720p upscaled to 1080, and then you have to go to a game that was supposed to run at like 140p upscaled to like 1080p, and it doesn't work out.
What's the status on the upcoming PS4 game? What is it, Valkyria Revolution?
The upcoming PS4 game is Valkyria Revolution.
It's an action-oriented version of it, like
it's some Xenoblade shit.
Yeah,
it looks real bad. It looks real bad.
They get this. They asked fans what their opinion was after they played the beta, and they were like, "It would be a lot more fun if it played like a Valkyria Chronicles game." So they changed
and the funniest thing is, in interviews, they said, we changed to this genre because we figured it would appeal more.
And it's like, no, Valkyria Chronicles was so awesome because it was like this hot, fresh take on this series, and it was really good.
Yeah.
And the only game we've had that's close to that recently is Codename Steam? I guess XCOM.
Well, that's right. That's right, Capcom or whoever made that, what was that fucking game on the Xbox 360 that was a Valkyria Chronicles Chrome? I'm just gonna keep going with it. No, but there was a Valkyria Chronicles clone on the 360 where you actually took on Hitler. Like, it was a selling point. You're like, take down mean old Mr. Hitler.
By the way, apparently it's coming to Xbox One and for North America and Europe, the Valkyria Revolution.
Really?
Yeah.
Why can't it come to PC so I can laugh at how bad it is?
Because people hate you. But
I'm surprised it's not coming to PC, though, because the Valkyria Chronicles port actually sold almost 1 million copies. It's selling really well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Probably also because it goes on sale a lot. Operation Darkness! That's the name of the game! It's Operation Darkness!
Oh, okay.
Oh boy, that sounds suitably edgy enough.
It's a really, really janky...
Oh my god. I remember this game. I thought about renting it at one point.
For it on, like, way back in the day, and it's... It's got co-op that's very similar to like Peace Walker, where you have to like start up a multiplayer campaign and invite friends and do all this other bullshit.
Why?
But yes, Operation Darkness, a classic. You take on Hitler.
Apparently, you can also fight as a werewolf.
There you go.
That's all you need. I had a weird existential crisis last night.
What happened?
I just said, this is no time to think about this, and went to bed. That was literally my solution, and it worked.
I guess it's time for me to talk about what I played this week.
Did you play Operation Darkness?
I really want to play Operation Darkness on a stream, though. I would love to co-op it. It's like $5 for the 360. So if we all have 360s, we can.
I don't.
I have one.
There you go. We're 2 down, 2 to go. But I played. I think there's 2 games I'd like to talk about this week. One of them is Double Dragon 4.
Oh god.
Have you guys ever heard of this series called Double Dragon? It's kind of obscure.
No, but I've heard of double fisting.
Great. That's how I felt after playing Double Dragon 4. If you don't know Double Dragon's old classic beat-em-up brawler franchise, I love me some old school brawlers, and
I thought they already fucking made 4.
Yeah, they made Double Dragons 1, 2, 3, and 5, which was a fighting game for some reason, but they never actually made, like, a legitimate Double Dragon 4.
That's so fucking weird.
It really is. I think the reason being was there was a game called Super Double Dragon, and they thought, oh yeah, that's 4, technically, whatever. So in December, I think it was, no, just early January, Technos and Arc was like, hey, we're making Double Dragon 4. It's gonna be a little 8-bit throwback. Get fucking ready for that. And then it came out in early February, and I played it, and it sucks. It's basically like, it plays like the beta for a fan game of Double Dragon, which is just as bad as it sounds. It feels really unpolished. It's really short, and it's really fucking easy. Like, holy shit, you can basically breeze through half the game in like 30 minutes without dying once. Maybe you'll die a couple times due to the fact that there are some pretty awful platforming segments, which is always great in a brawler. But yeah, no, otherwise avoid it. Granted, I feel like some people are going to be like, well, the game is only $7, which...
Just buy Double Dragon Neon instead.
Yeah, you're better off just buying Neon or the trilogy of the original games on Steam. Don't get Double Dragon 4.
It's real bad.
Or you can get River City Underground, which comes out soon. Or you can get the other River City sort of remake, Tokyo Rumble on the 3DS.
Or you can get the new River City remake, Yakuza 0.
The Yakuza 0, there you go. There's a lot of better choices than... or you can get Badass Babes on Steam.
I still need to get Badass Babes. That game haunts my wish list.
It's surprisingly not horrible.
Yeah, that's...
I had some, like, decent, cheesy fun with it.
Yeah, that's what everyone tells me. That's why I want to get it.
Speaking of, like, legitimate Nintendo goodness, recently I had a hankering to get back and go play Mario Galaxy, because I've not played those games in, like, 10 years. So, I decided, because I'm a real, you know, I stick to my old consoles, I stick to original hardware, I decided to emulate it. And, the problem with emulating Nintendo Wii games is, that IR stuff, the motion stuff, does not translate to an analog stick well. Unless you have the Steam controller. I am fully in the belief that the Steam controller was secretly made so Gabe Newell could play Wii games without actually having to use a Wiimote and nunchuck. And the reason being is because the Steam controller has a touchpad with haptic feedback, which means you have something to replicate the one-to-one movement of an IR, you know, sensor of the motion controls without actually having to have like a center point like a analog stick usually does. And so I was playing Mario Galaxy, and holy shit, this might actually be the best way to play this game. So if you legally own a Wii and a copy of Mario Galaxy, you should go check out Dolphin and magically get a Galaxy ROM. I'm not going to tell you how. And a Steam controller. And bind that shit. And it's real good.
Do the thing. I kind of want to try it out.
Because you control Mario with the analog stick, which is how you do in Galaxy. Everything else is mapped to buttons, so there you go. And then the cursor just is that little touchpad. And the way the Steam controller works is that you can tell it to basically act as if it's an analog stick, but it's still using touch control. So you can tap on random parts of the touchpad, and the actual cursor on screen will show up in that same spot. The only thing that's weird is moving around menus, because in Mario Galaxy, you pointed at what you wanted to select, and then you hit the A button, which, now, translate that to using an analog stick and pressing A.
Yeah.
But there is a workaround, and that is just telling Dolphin to bind A to right stick click, and there you go. It's literally not a problem.
Yep.
So, yeah, it honestly, like, genuinely feels natural. It doesn't feel like I'm emulating IR movement. Like, it actually feels like... It almost feels like the game was meant to be played this way. Especially when you can also upscale Mario Galaxy to 1080 and it looks fucking fantastic anyhow. Like, I was doing this shit on the Steam Link, and honestly it felt like I was playing a Nintendo HD remaster of Mario Galaxy. So, holy shit, maybe I'll record some gameplay of that. I wish I could accurately describe other than, like, it feels real good, 1-to-1, pretty good.
I can picture what it feels like.
It's something you have to really, like, experience to understand. I really like the Steam controller. The Steam controller gets a bad rap, but I actually like it a bunch. It has quirks. It has problems. I'll admit that.
Just gotta wait for the next Steam sale.
Not really having a D-pad, kind of. Like, it has a D-pad, but it's also a touchpad, so as a D-pad, it's kind of shitty. So if you want to play fighting games or platformers, you're going to have to stick to that analog stick. Or else you're going to be like, man, this feels real bad. But otherwise, everything else about it is fine. Most games that you're going to be playing on the thing rely on analog stick and face buttons and triggers and shoulders anyway. You're only going to be using that right stick for camera movement, so it really isn't that bad.
Alright.
And also, just as a device to control your desktop, it feels really good. You don't have to, like, get a mouse and fucking rub it against your leg or something to have it properly work. If you're sitting on your couch, you can just, you know, do that.
You do the thing.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I also played Siege.
We played Siege.
Jackal.
Don't you mean Val?
And Mira.
Yeah, Mira.
IQ and Montagna.
Echo became, like, really good thanks to Mira. So did Castle. Like, you get those three together on your defense team and your opponent's, like, pretty much fucking cornered.
I mean, unless Brian is playing as Mira.
Or Castle, or Echo.
It's because during Terrorist Hunt, I tried to see what it'd be like if I put a Mira on a support beam, one of her glasses, and it didn't work like I thought it would. Until it occurred to me later, oh wait, I can shoot the wooden panels around the pillar, and Brian, I got the result I wanted.
If it shows a yellow light instead of a green one, don't put it there.
No, I can still make it work though.
Don't put it there.
Yeah, like, you can basically use the Mira to look into two rooms at once. Like, using it for two rooms at once is, like, really, really broken. Plus, it pretty much... Because right now there's a glitch where someone on the other end can run up to it and melee and hit the gas tank through the other end. Somehow, which is definitely going to be patched later on. But yeah, just putting it right there pretty much stops that from happening. Plus, you get to look into two rooms. It's kind of like a win-win situation. At least for now, until that's fixed. But
as an addendum to the Steam controller thing, I've only tried Mario Galaxy, so I don't know how anything else is going to play on it.
By the way, emulated Wii Motion Plus is not a thing. Don't attempt to play Skyward Sword.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if that's going to work out too handsomely.
Emulated Wii Motion Plus is, like, years out of date and does not work at all.
I feel like, though, it could, like once they get it working again, the Steam controller is also going to be pretty good.
They abandoned it just completely.
Well, who knows?
It was never supported in
Majora's
official
Mask
builds.
Working now.
Yeah,
so.
emulated Wii Motion Plus was never supported in official builds, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, because why would you support it? There's, like, so few games.
Yeah. Eventually.
Like, the only game worth it is Skyward Sword, but even then, Skyward Sword was pretty mediocre. I guess there would be Red Steel too.
I feel like it'd be really interesting because the Steam controller itself also has gyro stuff. So as you know, along with like using the touchpad for all your motion shit, but like swimming in Skyward Sword, you can just move the controller. That's gotta be pretty cool.
Do you guys remember?
It's gotta work out well.
Do I remember what, Brian?
When Splatoon came out, like, so you didn't have to play using the gamepad, but could still use gyro controls. They recommended taping Wii Motion controllers to the back of a Pro controller and playing like that. Do you guys remember this little?
Yeah, that's for multiplayer.
Yeah. Like, I was just thinking about it, and I'm like, who the hell at Nintendo thought of this idea? Because it's so stupid.
That's the only reason the new Pro controllers have motion controls. I hope you know that. That's the reason they're $80. I hope you know that.
I was just
Splatoon 2 is the only reason Pro controllers are $80.
I was thinking about it just now.
No, it's $69.99.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about it just now, and I'm like, that seems like such a weird thing. Like, at first when I heard about it, I thought it was some weird thing fans made up, and then Nintendo like officially adopted through an update in the game. And then no, I found out it was in the base game. I was kind of surprised, because I was like, that's a real, I don't know, that's like MacGyvering it to like the extreme. I don't know.
Yep.
Well, that's only if you want to play with motion controls, and motion controls are big.
That's only if you want to play with motion controls and in local multiplayer, because you have to use the gamepad anyway.
Yeah. But yeah. I'm looking forward to Splatoon 2. I know.
I'm not, because you have to pay for online, but, you know, I've been over this.
Yeah. I'm fine with it now, because online's cheap as fuck.
Until to fall. Ha!
Yeah.
Why would I buy a game that I could only play for like 2 months?
The online's cheap as fuck. It's not going to be a bothersome thing for me.
It is for me.
But, yeah, I get where you're coming from, Matt. I get where you're coming from. Like, it doesn't cost shit for all of us to play Siege together.
Yeah. It doesn't cost money to use my to play multiplayer on my computer. Why should it cost money to play multiplayer on my goddamn console?
At least it's not like Sony, where they started charging people for PS Plus, and then they got hacked, and then they were like, oh yeah, but now you have to pay for multiplayer, like, mandatory on the PS4. And then, like, there's just downtimes just all the fucking time on PSN, and then they're like, oh yeah, but we're gonna up the price of PSN Plus.
Great.
Good job, Sony.
And then they want you to pay for PlayStation Now too. Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
And it worked. And it fucking worked.
Do people actually use PlayStation Now?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
I liked it much more when it was just rent one game for like $5. Now the system back then was super flawed, and I'm sure if they reintroduced it, it'd still be fucking flawed, because they were like, pay $5 for.
It's still a ripoff.
Yeah.
You're streaming PS3 games.
Yeah.
And a very limited selection at that.
And not only that, you're limited in how long you can use them. It's not like you have them forever.
Yeah.
It's complete ripoff.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember, like, they want, what was it? I think they wanted like $20. No, they wanted like $10 to rent Street Fighter 4 for like 7 hours, when you could go on like Amazon and get it for like $14.
For $5, yeah.
Yeah, it was like really fucking stupid.
It's also like, what, $10, $15 a month?
Yeah, it's like $15 a month.
I'm not against the idea of like the prospect of having the Netflix of video games is something that could work out. The problem is you have to like really hunker down and make sure your selection of games is pretty good. Like they promised PS1 and 2 games. Where
Sonic
the fuck
06
are they?
Not on there yet. It's not worth it.
Yeah. Like, you're paying $10 a month for like 300 PS3 games tops.
Yeah, it really, really fucking sucks. We talked about something similar in the last one, where we talked about like a virtual console Netflix thing on the Switch, but
which they totally could do.
They really could.
They could do, but they have to reprogram every virtual console game to work with the Switch.
Yeah.
Man,
the Switch is gonna be
I can't wait for the Switch. I can't buy the Switch, you guys. It doesn't have an internet browser.
That is actually kind of...
I mean,
it depends on who you are.
They're making you use your phone for voice chat anyway, so...
I mean, luckily they've said they're coming. It's not like, it just won't have one at all. But, like, I do feel like it's kind of shitty to have this thing that is a tablet, like, at its core. Take the the Joy-Cons off, you can actually use this thing as a tablet, but, like, none of those things are ready.
It feels like the Switch wasn't finished yet, and they're releasing it early, but that's...
At least the software side of things is not finished.
It is finished.
Yeah.
I was wondering if he meant that or not. I was like, what?
But yeah, the Switch not being done at launch is a normal thing, because every other system in the last few, 8 years-ish... every system since the Xbox 360, minus the Wii, has not been finished at launch, so okay, it's normal.
Remember when the Wii U launched with an 8GB mandatory day one?
Yes.
Yep.
What a fucking mistake that was.
Oh my god.
8 gigs too, if you weren't using a wired connection, that shit took all day.
Right? Let me see. What was it?
Which most people probably weren't, because there's no LAN adapter on the
I have a story about that update.
Go on.
Was it the Mega 64 video?
No, at the time, my internet was cutting out randomly in sporadic periods.
Oh, God.
And because if that update got interrupted, your Wii U would brick. I had to take it over to my friend's house so he could update it on his internet, so I could take it home and play my goddamn video games.
That's what happened with my friend, too. We bought our Wii U's at launch, and we updated both of them at my house.
Wow.
It was fucking ridiculous.
It was worth it, though, wasn't it? Matt's gonna say no.
It was worth it because the first year of the Wii U was actually pretty okay.
I'm really looking forward to the Switch.
Looking better.
Yeah, the Switch is getting everything the Wii U got in 4 years in 1 year.
Yeah,
well, everything major.
I will say the Wii U 2012-2013 was fine. They did a decent job, but after 2013 they kind of shit the bed in terms of the release schedule.
They tried to keep things at 1 game a month, or 1 game every other month.
One game per 3 months, and it wasn't even guaranteed to be a very good game. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, mid 2016.
Excuse you. That's
I really like Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
By the way, here's a little charterino that yeah.
Fuck.
Oh yeah,
you can throw this on screen. You can flash it on screen for 2.5 seconds.
I could put the link in the description.
Yeah, there it is. Boom! It's by Emily Rogers, our good pal, our good friend, our good buddy in crime.
It's so funny how Emily Rogers, everyone doubted her, and she turned out to be the only leaker who was right in the end.
No, Laura Kate Dale got more stuff right.
No, Laura Kate Dale said that the Switch presentation leak was completely false, and that some things on there were wrong, and yeah, they weren't.
Which presentation leak?
The presentation that happened in January, the leak. They said that her and Liam Roberts, the Liam 64 guy, I can't remember his last name.
Yeah, it's Liam Robertson, I think.
Yeah, Robertson.
Yeah. They both said that the leak was wrong and some of the names on there were questionable, and they turned out to be completely 100% right.
That's... Huh. I don't know how I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
It happened.
But don't worry, Emily Rogers gets wrong too. They all get it wrong.
Everyone gets it wrong, but there are some people who get it wrong more than
Everyone gets it wrong, but when they get it right, they're wrong. I mean, basically. Oh, man.
All right.
I think that's it for the Pood.
I think it's enough.
I think that's enough.
Pood.
Do you think?
I'm not going to be back next week. Maybe I might be back if we pull some ghetto shit. I'm going to record it with my phone, but probably not.
Yeah, I think I'll just post a highlight, like a bunch of clips from our past Rainbow Six Siege matches is like a little filler video, because I was thinking about it. I'm like, I really want to just put out like a little fun clip like that. I don't know.
Maybe
do what you do.
You could put out the Smash highlights.
Yeah.
Like we keep saying.
Yeah, it's just I kind of feel like for the Smash highlights that'd take a bit longer. Because
there you go, more effort. It'll be a better video.
Whoa.
I know, but I could save that for the following week. I could have it so we could do Poodcast 1 week, next week highlight, then Poodcast, then highlight, then Poodcast, then highlight, then Poodcast, then highlight. I don't stream that often, but I guess I could get into the flow of things.
Okay. Bye, everybody. Have a nice day.
You can hear all the polygons in Matt's voice right now.
Yeah, all
David Cage would be proud.
Fantastic. Uber
Whoa.
fantastical.